Hello everybody, welcome to Psych Academy. Today we have another lesson on UGC NET paper 1, specifically number and letter series from unit 5 mathematical reasoning. So today we will be starting number series and letter series. These are the parts of mathematical reasoning. Mathematical aptitude is separate, which is where you have to do the complete sums. So before we even begin with number series, one of the first things that we have to remember is the prime number series and composite number series, at least till 30. Okay, at least till this level we have to remember the prime numbers. Similarly, composite numbers, we don't really need to remember them per se. They are any numbers that can be divided by 2, 3 or anything, by anything other than 1. So but at least remembering till 30, remembering till 30 helps. It can make the problem solving much easier and more efficient. Square series and cube series, you get many questions from these, not just simple square or cube series but also addition and subtraction from them. We will do some sums like those today, and it is much easier to be able to remember these and hence easily able to identify what is a square series or what is a cube series. Of course, you can try multiplying in the examination hall by yourselves in case you are having too much of a difficulty remembering the series, but it's always easier and time saving to remember the series, and it becomes easier to identify also. These are the types of number series that we will be doing. Prime series, composite series, very similar to each other actually. Difference series, product series, square series, cube series and layered series. Layered series is a unique kind where you have to have layered calculation. So we will get to them very soon, don't worry. Starting off with very easy questions, and this is how the class will go. Okay, we will start out with very easy questions, very simple questions, and then move on towards a bit more difficult stuff. So for today's class we have easy to moderate level difficulty. For specifically difficult questions we will have another class because that would require a bit of earlier learning from you guys. Now this is very easy. 2, then 5, then 8, then 11. Basically they are increasing by 3. We are going on like that. From 17, if you increase it by 3, it comes 20. 20 increase by 3, you get 23. Now one important trick to remember in number and letter series questions is to verify it from both sides. When you have both side information, the previous one and the later one, whatever rule you are applying, like +3 out here, you should verify from both sides. That is the best way of confirming that your answer is correct. So this is 2. This is simple difference series based on addition. This is again a different series, but it is based on subtraction. Now the shortcut way to remember is that always start from smaller numbers. It is easier to see the relationships in smaller numbers than in larger numbers. So if you had started in the earlier question starting from 26, 23, okay, that is still small. So from 45 to 38 to something else, it is always easier to start from smaller numbers, and this will get even more prominent when we do products. So out here 3 plus 7 is 10, 10 plus 7 is 17, 17 plus 7 24, 24 and 7 31, 31 and 7 38, working very well. So 31, and remember these sides, like just because the question has given you is written from left to right, you don't necessarily have to start from left to right. You can start from any side, preferably whichever side has the smaller numbers. Now this is again something very similar. Let's see. 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 6 is 11. Okay, 11 plus 6 17, 17 plus 6 23. Okay, it's working. So 3, 6, 6, 17 to 23, that is again 6, but 23 to 31, that is 8. So how do we make sense of 3, 6, 6, 8, things like these? An easy way of remembering is that whenever the increase is small, then it can be a prime number series. So if we write the prime numbers, what do we get? These are the prime numbers: 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, going like that, then 23, not 25, not 27. And prime numbers, by the way, are all odd numbers. There is no even prime number, only odd numbers. 27, no, 29, yes. After that we have 31, then after 31 we have not 33, 35, 37. So if we look at these series here, we see 2, then 3, 2 is there, 3 skipped, 5 is there, 7 skipped, 11 is there, 13 skipped, 17 there, 19 skipped, 23 there, 29 skipped, 31 there. So after 31, 37 has to be skipped. So after 37 we get 41. So the correct answer out here is 41. So to be able to identify which are the prime numbers, it is much easier to actually remember the list and have it ready in your mind. Now, how another way of remembering prime numbers or identifying that it might be a prime number series, we will get to that once we talk about product series. Now look at here, what is going on. You can see that if we try the addition way, 2 and 6 is 4, 6 and 18 is 12, 18 and 54 is 36. That is, it is going on increasing, the difference is increasing a lot. Instead of doing that, an easier way would be to simply see the products. 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into 3 is 18, 18 into 3 is 54. And so if you are going on like that, let's see if this side also works. What is 486 into 3? 3 6 are 18, 8 carry 1, 3 8 are 24 and 1 25, 5 carry 2, 3 4 are 12 and 2 14, 1458. So this is also 3. So we get it that it is multiplied by 3. So to find this one out, all we have to do is multiply it by 3. Now I will show two things here. First of all, you can obviously do the actual multiplication, that is 3 into 54 would be 182. I can show it here also. That is 3 4s are 12, 2 carry 1, 3 5s are 15 and 1 is 162. So we have 162 out here. One of the ways to verify is 162 into 3, 3 2s are 6, 3 6 are 18, 8 carry 1, 3 1s are 3 and 1, 486. So this is matching. Now this is why we have been mentioning that start from the smaller numbers. The relationship becomes clearer. If you had started from 1458 and then 486, the relationship would not be as clear. Now one of the ways to understand it, if this is a difference series or a product series, that is multiplication or division, is to see the rate of increasing from one side to the other. Let me explain. You see out here in the difference series, what is the rate of increase from 2, 5, 8, 11, even after so many numbers we have gone from 2 to 26, not a huge increase. From 3 after so many numbers 45, from 1 digit to 2 digits. But you look at here, from 2 within the numbers we went to 486, then 1458, 3 digit, 4 digit numbers are coming in the picture now. So when the increase is so high, such a high increase in such a short time, it has to be product or division. Without that it is not possible. If we are thinking of increase at a very low rate like this, like these ones, then we can be sure it is a addition or subtraction, basically difference series. Now within a series, when you are seeing that addition subtraction is not working, at the same time the difference is not as huge as for it to be a product series, it is a high chance that it is a prime number series or a composite number series. But anything that increases by small amounts, one prime number to another, it is increasing by small amounts. But product, division, it increases by large amounts. Again, you have to see that starting from the smaller number gives you the relationship much easier. See, from 9 to 27, 3, 27 to 81, 3, 81 to 243, 3 ones are 3, and 3 into 8, 24. 3. It is giving you the clear relationship. So instead of starting from larger numbers, doesn't matter which side it is, start from the smaller numbers. So basically everything is getting divided by 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 is the correct answer. Now we see, now first things that we have to identify, is the increase a lot or by little numbers? We see that within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, within 6 numbers it has gone on from 1 to 720, that is a 3-digit number. So of course it is a case of either multiplication or division. So let's try it. So see, so out here we don't have this number, we cannot multiply anything here. So we cannot start from the smaller side, we have to start from the larger side. 720 divided by 6 is 120. 120 divided by 5 is 24. If you are having problems doing this mentally, you are of course welcome to just do the actual division. I'll show it out here. So 120, if we divide it by 24, right, out here it is 0, 24 not divisible by 120 at all. So you take 5, 5 4s are 20, 0 carry 2, 5 2s are 10 and 2 12. So quotient is 5. 24 by 6 is 4. I hope this nobody has to separately calculate, because let's be honest, mathematical reasoning, if you are comfortable with, it is good. If you are not comfortable with basic maths, then that should not be high on your priority list, because in the other sums, in mathematical aptitude, a lot more calculation will be required. So before you even begin considering mathematical aptitude to be a strong suit for you, you have to be comfortable with at least these basics. So 6 into 4, and I think in our fraction series we had described how we need to remember the tables of at least till 10. Now 24 by 6 is 4. So now it is a division series, but each time the quotient is decreasing by 1. So if from in this middle we get 6, here we get 5, here we get 4, so here we should get 3, and here within this dot and 1 we should get 2. So let's see, 6 divided by 3 is 2, okay, 2 divided by 2 is 1, it is matching, hence the correct answer is 2. Next, as we can see, there seems to be a very clear, the increase is not very high, which means it should not be a product series. At the same time, let's see how it is going on. It is a, so one thing we are clear that it is not a product series, it is a difference series. So let's see, difference of 2 and 6 is 4, 6 and 12 is 6, 12 and 20 is 8, oh it is increasing by 2, 20 and 30 is 10, 30 and 12, 42 is 12, 42 to 56 is 14, so here will be 16, so 56 and 16 will be 72. Anyway, there is only one answer out here. One of the ways that we ensure that there are less mistakes in our calculations is to use logic rather than direct calculations, because in calculations you can have silly mistakes. So out here you see 6 has to be added with 6. So whatever number it is, at the end it has to be 2, because 6 and 6 is 12. So whatever be the number at the end, we have to have 2, and since there is only one option which has 2 at the end, this is the answer. In this case, in the last one, see here also we had to multiply, where is it, 54 by 3 we have to multiply, so 3 into 4 would be 12. So at the end there has to be 2 only. We could have picked up a 2 if that there was only one option with 2 at the end. But since we have 3 options, we actually had to do the calculation to figure out the answer. But when you have easy choices, when logically you see only one is the possible answer, 6 and 6 has to have 2 at the end, you use logic. Because always remember, calculations you can have silly mistakes over there, but logically you will never make a mistake. It just flows and verifies the answer by itself. Okay, let's see what do we have here. Again, not increasing by a lot, but at the same time it is not increasing by little either. So it is from 1 to 25, 36, it is increasing a bit. So this is a moderate level of increase, which would mean that it is possibly a square series. And that is exactly what it is. If you have memorized the square series, this is it. 1 square, 4 is 2 square, 9 is 3 square, 16 is 4 square, 25 is 5 square, 36 is 6 square, 64 is 8 square, which means this will be 7 square, that is 49. Now how do we understand that this is a square series or cube series and not a multiplication one? We simply have to see the increase is not as much as multiplication, at the same time not as low as differences. Now that may be a bit of a confusing factor for to identify. So it is just easier to try to see whether or not addition is working or multiplication is working. If none of them is there, it is possibly a square series. However, this is just the simple square series. We are still starting with the basics. We will very soon get to a bit more complex series. Now, as we have mentioned, we have to identify what kind of series this is. We can see that this is not a multiplication series. Too much increase would happen. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 numbers, still we are going from 1 digit to 3 digits, not multiplication. It doesn't look as little as addition also, it is jumping 16 to 36 to 64, it is jumping like that. So what can it be? It can be a square series. How do we get the squares? Let's see, 4 is 2 square, 16 is 4 square, 36 is 6 square, 64 is 8 square, 144 is 12 square. So basically this one would be 0 square. It is increasing by 2, 2, 2, 2 like that, and after 8 we have 10 square, meaning 100. This is how we have to identify that this is a square or cube series, basically power series. Out here, let's see, increase is happening but not by a lot. So what do we, can we get a square out here? Square would be 64 is 8 square. Okay, 125 is not a square of anything, so square should not be working. 729 is a square, but 512 again is not. Okay, so the way we can do it is by making it a cube series then. So if we see that it's a power series but square is not working, then it is possible that it is a cube series. Let's see cube. 4 cube is 64. You can calculate. So 4 cube is 16 into 4, 4 6 are 24, 4 carry 2, 4 1s are 4 and 2, 6, 64. Similarly, what is 125? This is 5 cube. You can do it here, 25 into 5, 5 5s are 25, 5 carry 2, 5 2s are 10 and 2, 12. Let's try 6 square, 6 cube, 36 into 6. 6 6 are 36, 6 carry 3, 6 3s are 18 and 3 21. So this is going on increasing in a cube series. So if this is 6 cube, 7 cube would be 49 into 7. Now even before doing the sum, you can already understand 7 into 9 is 63, right? So at the end it has to have a 3. So by logic I'll just tick mark this, only option with 3, then I'll verify. 7 9s are 63, 3 carry 6, 7 4s are 28 and 6, 34. Similarly, we can 343. Let's try with 8. 64 into 8. 8 4s are 32. 2 carry 3. 8 6 are 48 and 3 is 512. 512, that's what we have here. So the answer is 343. Remember, since these are very scoring areas, if you do have the time, please verify. If you are getting a whole series like this, okay, no need to verify. But maybe if there is a bit of confusion, do verify with the later numbers also. And again, you see, the fact that 64 is a cube or 125 is 5 cube is easier to understand when we look at the smaller numbers than with the larger numbers. Okay, let's see what do we have here. This is increasing, all right, but not by huge. So this is again a power series. So in this power series, you have to identify that there is a bit of modifications that has been made. So 2 can be written as, I'll write this entire series here, okay, till 65 or till 126 I am writing. 2 can be written as 1 plus 1. 9 is 8 plus 1. 28 is 27 plus 1. 65 is 64 plus 1. 126 is 125 plus 1. So what are these? 1, 8, 27, 64, 125. Immediately identify it as a cube series, which would happen if you remember the cube series. That is 1 cube plus 1, 2 cube plus 1, 8 is 2 cube, 27 is 3 cube, 64 is 4 cube, we just did it, 125 is 5 cube plus 1. So it is cube series plus 1. So this is 1 cube plus 1, 2 cube plus 1, 3 cube plus 1, 4 cube plus 1, 5 cube plus 1, 6 cube plus 1, 7 cube plus 1. This would be 8 cube plus 1. So 8 cube, we already know, we'll just do it here. So 8 cube, again use logic. Wherever you can use logic, let's use logic. So 8 cube means 64 into 8. Now 8 into 4 is 32, correct? So whatever be the case, at the end it has to be 2 only. Rest of the thing, whatever be the case, end has to be 2. Now if the end is 2 and if you are just adding plus 1 to the whole thing, 8 cube plus 1, so 2 plus 1, you will get 3. So when you have only one option with the answer with 3 at the end, this is the answer. We can also calculate it. We did it just in the earlier slide, that 8 cube is 512, 512 plus 1 is anyway 513, but using the logic makes finding the answers easier and less time consuming. Complete this series, okay. 16, 80, okay, this is increased by huge. From 16 you start to get to 10,000. This is a huge increase. Obviously product series, multiplication, division has to be that. So if you are starting from here, what do we get? 10,000 by 2000 is 5. Basically, if you just remove these, 10 by 2 is 5. To avoid confusion, I am erasing these lines part. 10,000 by 2000 is 5. 2000 by 400 is 5. 400 by 80 is 5. 80 by 16 is also 5. 5 6 are 30, 0 carry 3. 5 1s are 5 and 3, 8. 80. And so we have to divide 16 by 5, which is not something that will happen smoothly. So 16 by 5, you have 3 out here, 15, 1, 0, hence 3.2. Now I am not at this video explaining division or long division or anything like that, or HCF, LCM, but if you all want a refresher on that, please do comment that and I will bring up a video with basic multiplication, division tricks, and HCF, LCM equations, quadratic equations, basics. Okay, as we can see there is quite a bit of increase, but the increase is not a lot to be considered product or division. So there's a high chance this is a power series. If we try to do it simply, let's see, we have 0 to 6 is 6, 6 to 24 is 18, 24 to 60, that would be 36, 24 to 16 is 36, so 30, 24, 50, yes, 60 to 120 is 60. Okay, so from here if we, oh, this is probably a layered series. Let's see, from 6 to 18, so this is the first layer that we have. Another layer, let's try. So from 6 to 18 the difference is 12. From 18 to 36 the difference is 18. From 36 to 60 the difference is 24. So it is increasing by 6. As you can see, if we had started from the first layer, then 6 and 18 increasing by 12, but it is increasing by 18, increasing by 24. We have to start at the second layer where we see a consistent increase by 6, 12 plus 6, 18, 18 plus 6, 24. Now if we just keep on continuing the list, so this is 60, right? So 24, 12, 18, 24. So the next number will be 30. After 30, so 36 and 24 was 60. 18 and 18 was 36. So 60 plus 30 would be 90. So 120 has to be added with 90, just like 60 was added with 60 to get 120. 24 added with 36 to get 60. So 120 added with 90 to get 210. Let's verify. That is, after 30 I keep 36 out here. So 90 added with 36 becomes 126, and 210 added with 126, 6, 2 and 1, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 336. So it is getting verified, that is 210. So this is what we say when we mean a layered series. So we first took the differences from the initial numbers, then from the first difference series we took again a second layer of differences which had a consistent relationship, and we even verified that this is the correct one by using the 336. These are layered series where you have to, and these you will have to just have to practice. So what you really have to do is, why did I have that list at the beginning? Prime number, composite number, difference, power and layered series. That list is something that you have to remember, that these are the possible kinds of series that you have, and when you are facing a problem in any of these questions, you just have to go through that list mentally. Have I tried prime? Have I tried composite? Have I tried cube and square? If nothing is working, then layered series is still left, so let's try layered series. That is the reason the list has been given at the beginning of the slides. You can just screenshot that or note it down or something, I don't care. Yeah, I don't really mind if you're screenshotting things. 7, 10, 19, 46, 127. Okay. So let's see how it is increasing. 7 to 10 is 3. 10 to 19 is 9. 19 to 46 is 27. 27 and 20 would be 47. Reduce 1, get 46. So 46 to 127, that would be 81. So let's see, yes, 81. 1 and 6 is 7, 4 and 8 is 12. So 81. Basically it is increasing by multiples of 3. 3, 9, 27, 81. So the next one will be 3 1s are 3, 3 8s are 24. So 127 and 243. Even before you do the calculation, 7 and 3 has to have 0 at the end. I will still do it. 243, 127, 7 3s are 10, carry 1 out here, 1 and 4 5, and 2 7, and 2 and 1 3, 370, yeah, matching. Okay, now this, as we can see clearly, not increasing by lot. 450, 795, still at the 3-digit level, hasn't even gone to the double of 450. Double of 450 would be 900, hasn't even gone to double. So very clearly difference series. So let's check out the differences. 450 to 473 is 23. 473 to 519, this would be 46, because 473 and 6 would be 479. 479 and 40 is 519. So what is the difference here? 519 to 588. So if it was 589, then difference would be 70, but you reduce that and difference becomes 69. Okay, so these are increasing by multiples of 23. So what is 23? This is 23 into 1. 46 is 23 into 2. 69 is 23 into 3. So this here will be 23 into 4. This here will be 23 into 5. This here will be 23 into 6. So let's find out 23 into 6. 6 3s are 18, 8 carry 1, 6 2s are 12 and 1, 13. So 138 and 795. Even before anything we know this is the answer. Still let's do it. 795 and 138. 8 and 5 is 13, 3 carry 1, 1 and 9 is 10, and 3 13, 3 carry 1, 1 and 7 is 8 and 1 9, 933. This is the answer. So they are increasing but by multiples of 23. See 23, 46, 69 going like that. I am not completing 23 into 4, 23 into 5. If you want to verify, you are welcome to do that by yourself. And in fact, I recommend that. If you are having any confusion with any of the sums that is being shown here, try to verify that by yourselves. It will become much more clearer, much easier. You will learn much better that way. If you are still having problems, do comment and we'll do a review video of all the problems that students have had. Okay. So this is again starting to increase, not a huge increase. Let's try with addition then. 2 to 9 is 7, 9 to 20 is 11, 20 to 35 is 15, 35 to 54 is 19, 54 to 77 is 23. They are increasing by 4. 7, 11, 15, 19, 23. So this will be 27 and this will be 31. So 77 and 27 without doing anything, this is the answer. Anyway, 70 and 20 is 90, 7 and 7 is 14, 90 and 14 is 104. 104 and 31 is 135. 1 is the same, 4 and 31, 35. So correct answer. 9, 25, 49, 121. Okay. As you can see, increasing but not by a lot. So square series. 9 is 3 square. This will be, you will be able to see this immediately if you have the square and cube series memorized in your head. I am being able to see it immediately because of the memorization, which helps with practice also. That is, you have to practice similar sums again and again to be able to identify, but memorization helps. 3 square, 5 square, 7 square, 11 square. So basically we are, and if you see after 3 and 5 and 7, it was supposed to be 9. If it is odd number, increasing by 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. So where is 9? Where did 9 vanish? Because it is a prime number series. Prime number. So 3, then 5, then 7, then 11. Prime odd numbers. So 2 we have skipped, not required. 3, 5, 7, 11. After that the prime number comes 13. So 13 square is 169. Okay. 6, 4, 2.5, 1.5. Is this divisible? 6 and 4. If you divide it, if we don't get a proper answer, we will get recurring fractions. And in number series, okay, they will not give you answers of recurring numbers or improper decimals or something like that. So they are not being divisible. However, they are decreasing then. 6 to 4 is 2. 4 to 2.5 is 4 to 2.5 is 1.5. 2.5 to 1.5 is 1. Okay, so they are decreasing by 0.5. From 2 to 1.5 to 1. So here would be 0.5. So 1.5 minus 0.5 would be 1. Number series is done, and these are simply the introduction to the number series. If I start off with the more difficult questions, you will just be confused. So this is the introduction to number series, the basic types of number series that you get. We will have another video later, within the next week, where we will do the difficult questions from number series. Now for letter series, the most important things that you have to do is at the beginning, just if possible, if it is required, sometimes not required, but mostly if required, just have this series in front of you. A to Z, mark them from 1 to 26. Because if you are marking them from 1 to 26 and then you are assigning numbers to letters, then letter series is simply number series. Instead of using letters, you will be using numbers. It will become a number series. And letter series questions are extremely easy. I'm not kidding. And the kind of examples we have, those will be what mostly be there. Letter series questions extremely easy. If the problems or the difficult ones that you get is for coding decoding, which is a separate thing. Uses letters, but coding decoding is separate. Just a series of letters, those questions are very easy. So let's do that. A, C, E, G, E, D, K, we don't even have to use this, but let's use it so that it's easier. So A is 1, C is 3, E is 5, G is 7, K is 11. So going from 1, 3, 5, 7, 11 is there, 9 is missing. So I is the correct answer. B, E, H, K, N, let's see. 2, 5, H is 8, K is 11, N is, I'll remove this a bit here, okay, and N is 14. Okay, so let's see how is it increasing. 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 3 11, 11 plus 3 14, 14 plus 3 17. So next one is Q. A, B, D, G, P, okay, 1, 2, 4, G is 7, and then you have a gap, and then P 16. So let's see, increasing by 1, from 2 increasing, we have 0 gap. Out here we have 1 gap, 2 gaps. So if we take 3 gaps out here, 8, 9, 10 gone, 11 should be K. 4 gaps, let's see, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yes, it is matching. So answer is K, that is 11. So this is how we did it. We marked, I'll do it once again so it's clearer to everybody. A is, okay, I know what, I'll write it down. So how it, A, B, D, G is 7, and we have P, that is 16. So what are we getting? 1, 2, 4, 7, gap, 16, increasing by 1, increasing by 2, increasing by 3. So it should increase by 4 here, right? That makes it 11. Increase by 5 here, that makes it 16. Full thing matches. 11 is the correct answer. So 11, which the number 11 is K. So K. So if you assign numbers to letters, all letter series are just very simple and easy versions of number series. That's all it is. B, D, G, I, L, N, 2, 4, G is 7, I is 9, L is 12, and N is 14. Okay, so let's write it down. We have 2, 4, 7, then we have, okay, after that we have 9, 12 and 14, then a gap. So increasing by 2, increasing by 3, increasing by 2, increasing by 3, increasing by 2, so it should increase by 3. So 14 plus 3 would be 17. That is Answer is Q. We just made the letter series, number series. We saw the increase. 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. So 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Then it will be 3, 14 and 3 is 17. Very easy. B, C, gap, G, K. B is 2, C is 3. Gap I don't know. G is 7, K is 11. So we have 2, then 3, then 7, no, then gap. 2, 3, then gap, then 7, then 11. Again you can clearly see it is a prime number series. 1 does not count as prime number. 4 can be divisible, 6 can be divided, 5 cannot be divided, so prime number. After that see 8 divided, 9 can be divided, 10 can be divided, 11 can't be divided. So it is a prime number series, so 2, 3, 5. 5 would be E. A, Z, B, Y, C, 6, okay, it is very simple. A with Z. B with the second last Y, C with the third last X, and so D will be with the fourth last, that is W. It is as simple as that. A, Z, B, Y, C, X, D, W. Just first, last, second, last, third last, fourth last. AM, BN, CO, DP, gap, FR. So this is a dual letter series. Now one easy thing to remember for dual letter or triple letter series is that don't treat them always as dual letters. Okay, these are basically two independent series that have just been clubbed together. So you can see out here A, B, C, D, E, F. We can also see out here M, N, O, P, Q, R. Two independent series just clubbed together. So answer is EQ, emotional quotient, which we need to have. AB, okay, we have got AB. As we can see, C is not there, DE, F not there, GH. So I will not be there, JK. And after JK, if we skip L, MN, matching JK. Very simple ones, I am not kidding. Letter series questions are extremely easy. A few difficult ones can be there, but those are basically a very easy version of number series. Because letter series, you assign numbers, they become a number series. The only problematic letters you get are in coding, decoding, which we will have an entire class tomorrow. But for now, just letter series are extremely easy. So you see A, okay, then C, then E, then G. So 1, C is 3, E is 5, G is 7. So 1, then 3, then 5, then 7, then we have 9, which means it will start with I. That part we know. All of them are starting with I anyway. So what would this be? A, E, I, O. If we try to figure that out, let's try to erase them. And let's see the pattern. A, E, I, O. So what would be the next one? So 1, 5, 9, 15. What would be the next one? Increasing by 4, increasing by 4. From 9 to 15, increasing by 6. Not matching. It is not even numbers. So this is a very specific case which can only have a letter series, that is the vowels. A, E, I, O, U. These are the vowels that we have. So A, E, I, O, U. Answer is IU. C, K, Z, D, L, Y, F, N, W, G, O, V. Again, this does not have to be, or this is not 3 letters together, 3 independent series. So you can see C, D, E, F, G. All the answers start with E. So see, this is an independent series. Similarly, K, L, M, N, O. Just one after the other. And what is this one? Z, Y. So we have Z, Y, X, then W and V. Do we see W and V? Correct. So this is X, E, M, X. See, if you see dual letters or triple letters, that don't get confused. That actually makes the job easier for you. Because for dual letters, triple letters, they do not give complex calculations. It is just very basic following of the numbers. So if you see 3 letters, instead of getting confused, remember this is good for you. The pattern will be simple. And all of them are 3 independent series rather than just one series by itself. B2, C, D, this, this. Okay. So all of them, the letter-wise constituents in all of them are B, C and D. That is the case for all of them. What is happening is the position of the number is changing. What we can see is 2, 4, 5, 6. So the number out here will have to be 3. Wherever the position, it has to be 3. Now we can see that it is after 6 shifted left. So this was okay. This was before D, then it shifted to before C, then it shifted to before B, and before B there is no place. So out here it again went to D. So here we have to write it like this: B, C, 3, D. The reason is, see, I'll write it here also so it gets easier to see. B, C, 3, D. Let me clear these parts. Yeah. Now let's see. 2, from between B and C, it went to between C and D. Then after D. Then after D, so from after B to after C to after D. Skip to, from D it has to go back again. After B and again after C. You can look at it like this also, that it is before D, then before C, then before B, but before B there is nothing, so it went out here. Then again after D, from after D to before D, and then from before D to before C. So B, C, 3D. Do we have that? Yes, B, C, 3D we have. Okay, this should be again very similar things. Okay, A, D, H, M, S. Let's see. A is 1, D is 4, H is 8, M, A, D, H, M is 13, S is 19. So let's write them down. Let's see what happens. 1, 4, 8, 13, 19. And here we have the gap. So increase is happening. 1 to 4 is 3, 4 to 8 is 4, 8 to 13 is 5, 13 to 19 is 6. So 19 to whatever it is will be 7. So 19 and 7 is 26. So if it is 26, that is the last number, that is Z. So whatever our answer be, it starts with Z. Okay, let's look at the other one. Now, some tricks to remember is that you can see that Z is common in all of the cases, but if we focus on the second letter, that is here, we have two answers that look exactly the same, K and K. But on the third letter, we have all of them unique answers, U and A and W. So if we are starting from the third letter, it is possible that we just find one option within U, A and W and get the answer. But in the second layer, even if we get K, we still have to look for the one after K. So why do the extra step? Let's start with the last digit only. So D, K, S, B, L. Let's try to write that. I'll erase these parts. Okay, D, K. D is 4, K is 11, S, B, L. S, what is S? S is 19. Then we have B again. B, I'll write it here so not to confuse. B is 2 and L is 12. So what are we getting? 4, then 11, 4, then 11, then 19. Okay. Then B is 2, but since we have gone through this series and then going back, instead of just writing 2, I will write 26 plus 2. So it has reached till Z, that is 26, and then gone to B again. So 26 plus 2, I am writing 28 here, and L is 12. So 26 and 12 is 38. So 4 and 11, 7. Difference is 7. 11 and 19, difference is 8. 19 and 28, difference is 9. 28 and 38, difference is 10. So from 38, difference will be 11. That would be 49. So what would be 49? So after 49 can be written as 49 is equal to 26 plus 23. What is the 23rd? W. So we have W out here. So ZKW is the correct answer. But just for verification, for video purposes, for tutorial purposes, I will verify the middle one also. So let's try verifying that. Just to show you that skipping steps does not necessarily always lead to wrong answers. Like we skipped the second digit and went directly to the third digit, right? So that it gets easier, so that because at the second digit there were conflict, in the third digit there were no conflict, U, A, W are all separate. So let's do the second digit and see if it works. B, G, M, T, B. So we have B, we have G, we have M, we have T, and we have again B out here. So we get 2, then 7, then 13. After that we have 20, and B is again after Z. So 26 plus 2 is 28. Let's see. 2 and 7, the difference is 5. 7 and 13, the difference is 6. 13 and 20, the difference is 7. 20 and 28, the difference is 8, which means difference will be 9 here. 28 and 9 will be 37. 37 can be written as 26 plus 11. So which is the 11th digit? Here, K. So ZKW, ZKW. So the point of doing this extra verification part is to just show you that if you are using logic and the logic is sound, it will lead to the correct answer. You don't have to verify each and every step that there is, because we have limited time. Our time, especially if the questions on your particular year happen to be a bit difficult. Okay. Now this one, matching list 1 with list 2. How do we do this? How do we match them? We don't know anything about any of these things. The way we can see it is that finding out similarities. So here you see what are the similarities on this side. We can see there are two letters, two of the words where the letters are identical at the same position, that is O and O. Okay, that was a very I'll just do it like this, O and O. Out here, do we have any identical stuff? G is there, all right, but that is on the second position. M is also there, so that is on the third position. Here we see G, second position match. We see I and I, second position match. So two matches at the second position, 2 matches at the third position. So based on that, we can write I is equal to G, because second position match, and we have these two. O is equal to M, third position match. So let's try to match them. How does O become M? So O is 15 and M is 13. 15 minus 13 is equal to 2. So basically, when we are starting with, let's say, clog C L O G, O has become M. That is, we reduced O by 2. So what happens if we reduce C by 2? We get A. L is here, by 2 is J. We reduce G by 2, G is 7, E is 5, E. Do we have AGME? Yes, we have AGME. See? So we can see B is 3. There is only one option with B is 3, so I will just take it out before verifying it. So we already have B is 3. Let's try the same formula. For show, SHOW, we here have M minus by 2. So reduce S by 2. S reduced by 2 becomes Q. H reduced by 2 becomes F. W reduced by 2 becomes U. So QFMU, do we have it? Yes, we have QFMU. So this is also done. C4, B3, C4. Now let's try A with find. FIND. I has been made into G. I is, okay, so G is again 2 less than I. Okay, so 2 less than F becomes D, 2 less than N becomes M and L, and 2 less than D becomes B. DGLB, do we have that? Yes, we have that, DGLB. So this was find, right? 2 is find. Okay. So A2, and finally, so anyway D and B has to be there. Let's still try it. Time, I is equal to G, we already know. So again reducing by 2, because I reduced by 2 is G. Time, T reduced by 2 is 18 R. M reduced by 2 is K. E reduced by 2 is C. So RGKC, do we have that? Yes, RGKC we have that. So D1. A2, B3, C4, D1. A2, B3, C4, D1. Now in these kinds of question, even though just by finding B3, I just tick this option, which is the correct one. But the point is, do at least 2. Whenever there are 4 options like these, you can get the correct answer by just verifying once. But it is possible that you may have used a mistaken logic, or maybe the logic is changing from series to series. So maybe it is possible that for show and clog it is just -2, but maybe for find and time, instead of it -2, it was -3 or -4. So at least 2 you have to verify. If you have a lot of time and if you're interested, you can verify all of them also, but at least verify 2. I think this was the last one for later series. Yes. So thank you all for attending. Next lesson we will be doing coding and decoding, which is extremely important, because coding and decoding, you have many questions from that, and sometimes the logic can be a bit tricky, so we need that. So next class will be a full class on coding and decoding only, and yeah, it will be uploaded very soon. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe and share also. It would help me a lot. Thank you.